Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra, just follow the sound please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to understand how this practice will help for us to become more clear with our own spiritual practice, especially with the meditation. Because the time you spend for this practice is very important for you. And as human beings, we all are depending from informations. So whatever the informations you gain can change your life for tomorrow. So then if you gain the right informations, by the time you will develop the right lifestyle. So otherwise, if you gain the wrong informations or unprofitable informations, then you are developing your life in that way. So it is better then use this time for yourself to investigate more and more, refine your thoughts and gain the best out of your own knowledge and wisdom and move forward. So that's why through these lessons, we are trying to give you basic information. It's kind of like a giving tools to you to work with this rather than do this way, do that way, telling like that. It is better we give you some basic information to apply it to your own practice. So when it comes to gaining wisdom, through our entire human history, that is one of the major part of our life. And this newness always accumulate information and gain the wisdom, and we are developing our consciousness day by day through our environment. So far in the human history, through the civilizations, to generations, our life become more and more complicated and advanced. So in this time period, we are slowly shifting to different level of consciousness. Still, you have opportunity to develop it within yourself. So where are we heading? So far in this journey of human civilizations, of development of this consciousness, we used to base with our own wisdom, the very organic level of wisdom had through the experience. But now we are slowly shifting from human consciousness to machines. So no one can change it. So by the time, as example, so today you decide what is good for you out of your own consciousness. Maybe visiting a doctor, even go to a temple, or go to a advisor. So like that, you somehow you used to engage with the people, and through the human wisdom you used to nourish. But slowly now what happens, rather than go towards the human wisdom, we are slowly go to depend on our past informations. So the difference in between the machines and the human, this is one. So when it comes to human consciousness, so the wisdom, it always depends on the reality. So what is reality means? In this very moment, what you are experiencing with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, with the environment. So that's mean that whatever the reality that around you, whatever the reality for you, not going to become the reality for another person, because that person living somewhere in another different way. So then person to person, the environment, time, the space is very necessary. So which call the present moment. My present moment and your present moment is depending from different fundamental qualities, which not going to be the same. So out of that, whatever that our experience also change moment by moment, but that is the very raw level, organic level of nature of wisdom. But the very format, the method, the pattern we gain the same, like the way I see something and experience, and the way you see and experience something, that format going to be the same. But whatever the eye object may be different. Somehow, the wisdom depend on the reality. But slowly what happens, we are start to depend on machines, that mean informations. So informations is the kind of like belong to history. So that as example, when it comes to computer or the cell phone or the machines, artificial intelligence, it doesn't have to create something out of the moment of real experience. It always depends on whatever the information we put. So as example, when it comes to our human consciousness, the very blood, the running through our body, come out of the heart. All the blood go through the heart. No any single drop of blood can escape the heart. So the heart is function according to the nerve system and the breathing. So the breathing give the connections to the present moment. That is why you connect with the world. So always you have to go with that. So for the machines, what is the blood? Data. So these all the machines run by the data. That means that is the blood. But what is the data means? Data means whatever the information you put it to it. So that means it's already there for you. So then you always depend from something. But the thing is, when you engage with that, you think it's kind of like exactly happening in the moment. So the informations always whatever belong to past, but the wisdom belong to the present moment. So slowly what happens now as human beings, our entire world, rather than trusting and becoming comfortable with the very raw level of organic level of wisdom, we are so comfortable being with informations that used to be in the history. So according to the Buddha's teaching, there are 5 principles that Buddha gave. At any time, how you can break down this pattern and uplift your awareness and get into or develop or tune or harness or connect with the truth. So today we are going to open that discussion, because it is very necessary. Out of your world, how you gain something new. Because most of the time we think we gain new, but we don't gain something new to ourselves. We just become comfortable with what we know. So the very incident happened to give this information. So there were a group of Brahman came to Buddha. And then all these Brahmans used to practice very ancient method of wisdom, knowledge. So then when they have the conversation, the Buddha asks, do you know anything about this? How you know this is real or not? So somehow the Buddha and the Brahman had a little arguments. They used to tell this is the truth. We used to practice this as the truth. And there's nothing else. So the Buddha said, how you know this is the truth? So somehow out of this argument, the Buddha opened up and gave some measurement. So I think that conversation is very related to today's life. So when you interfere with yourself, when you interfere with your life, when you interfere to the society, when you be with others, especially when you look for information, because we have a very strong desire or cravingness towards wisdom, newness, towards information. So in that way, how you can gain something new to you and develop yourself. Why? Because even though we see there are a lot of informations and people want to gain the wisdom, when it comes to very bottom level of humanity, we don't see it is growing. What we can see, we lose the very fundamental basic qualities of the humanity. So how is it possible then? Then we have to remember the information itself not going to make us wise. Maybe you have so much cravingness to know something, but just knowing not enough. So basically then, what we have so far within us before we gain something new to us. When we go into the society as ordinary people, we have certain few things with us regarding what we know. So one is the faith, confidence. You have some kind of faith regarding that whatever the knowledge you carry with yourself to any field. It's just not only towards this religious believing. You have faith towards anything about it, even regarding the food, your lifestyle, your toothpaste, toothbrush, your makeup, your all the brand or the cloth or the wallet or the shoes or the sock, that this anything that you wearing, all the garments, all the jewelries you wearing, all the perfume you wearing, all this material things that you use, regarding that everything, you have some kind of confidence. That's why you use it. So that is a part of your life. So that is what another way that you have faith toward this. So that is one thing. Another one is, there is a likeness. Slowly you develop towards it. And then you became a bias to that likeness, and you keep, and maybe you can't find a reason why you like it, but still it's kind of like you like it. So as example, you have this cup and this board, and then right away you may think, oh, I like this. And someone can say, no, I like this. So if you look very carefully from where this comes, maybe you can't find any kind of like such a permanent, kind of like a very bottom level of reason. Just you like it. Maybe it is comfortable for you. Maybe it doesn't give a hard time to you. Maybe it not disturb to you. Maybe it not overshine in front of you. Maybe it help you to show off yourself. So like that, many things. As example, maybe you are wearing a jewelry, and by the time, if the jewelry become beautiful better than you, if everybody appreciate only the jewelry, you may not going to wear it. Just think about it. If everybody say, oh, you have this, it make you so beautiful, and then you wear it, you like it. Why? Because it not overshine. It allow you to show off. But in case, how about, oh, you make this jewelry beautiful, you get mad sometimes. You know, you don't like it. Maybe no one, tell you that, you never heard it. That's why you maybe suddenly you think, no, it not happen like that. But maybe once you hear it, you don't care. But second time, third time, if somebody start to tell you, then it going to become something else. So like that, this likeness, there is likeness in you to whatever that you know about the maybe meditation or songs, movies that you watch, and any stories you read, novels, dramas you watch. So anything, whatever that you keep doing, there is a likeness, the bias. And the third one is culture, tradition. Make it comfortable to be with you. So maybe whatever that your culture, there are certain things they used to keep doing from the childhood to now. So yourself, when you gather with others, when everybody do the same thing together, you feel good about it. You want to be a part of it. Or maybe just imagine everybody come and pray together. Maybe if it is a part of your culture, your grandparents, your ancestors, or your forefathers, you heard from all the history and everybody used to do it, and you have seen it, how other people used to do, and your parents did it, and your relatives do it, and now your brothers, sisters, your elders do it, and then you like to become part of it. So there are a lot of things, and maybe you say, right, oh, I like this, oh, I want this. It's not really that you have no idea what it is, but you keep doing it. Why? Because this is our tradition. That's what you can tell. You can't go beyond that word. There's no, you can't see the bottom. What you say, this is our culture. This one. People say that, they go crazy. So then just imagine the things that you know, if you hold it because of the culture. So nothing wrong about it. As example, when it comes to Buddhism, we have a strong heritage, very old culture with the meditation, with the prayers, and with the sutras, chanting. We have a culture. So, but how we can go beyond that? Let's talk about it. And the fourth one, so there are three things I mentioned. One is the faith, confident. And other one is the likeness. The third one is the culture and the tradition build us and we hold it. The fourth reason, by thinking and reasoning, you can be with things. For the moment, you don't need, you don't have the faith, you don't kind of like have kind of like a likeness, and you don't have it, nothing to belong to the culture or tradition. The very new things can come to you, and then you can hook up with it, stuck with it. Like if we go to like these social medias like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram, some kind of mobile apps, and it was not there. It not belong to culture, and maybe it not kind of like you develop any kind of likeness. You didn't have any kind of faith or confidence about it. For the moment, sometimes, by thinking and maybe you're reasoning about it, or this, you can make it. So it happened to, as example, it happened to kind of like there are certain games, sports, and now people don't like to watch like a long term kind of like games. People little try to short the time. They want to watch kind of, they like to participate, be with kind of very short time period games. 5 minutes, you enter, you watch and win, and you happy. So like that. And so through advertising, introducing, and convincing others, sharing information, you can make them to think about it. So remember, before they didn't have any faith, any likeness, nothing to do with culture, but still you can be with new things through reasoning about it. for the moment. So there are knowledge that you carry with yourself. It's kind of like you never heard about it. You never, nothing to do with the culture or the tradition, no faith about it. But suddenly you can come and tell, this is what you're going to tell. Oh, it makes sense. That means you agree to that. You accept it. Just only in that very moment by thinking and reasoning. So there are some kind of parts in our life like that. So other people can take you to any new situations or the environment or any kind of new teachings, any kind of new religions. There are many ways that they can introduce to you, because you have that ability by reasoning, and then you come to a point, oh, that makes sense. But it maybe it not need a kind of like a depth. That's how people kind of like go into new things. That also very necessary, because that doesn't mean we should depend on always past experience, because that is a kind of like a power or the skill that we have ourselves to reasoning the moment. And then you can have ability to go with the very brand new moment of experience. So the fifth one is mental formations, your habitual patterns, sanskara. So it's kind of like your dharma. For a long time, you went through experience, you know about it, you learn about it, you practice about it, you know about it, and you have some kind of education background about it, and maybe you have some kind of professional background about it. So like that, for a long time period, you used to be with certain kind of informations. Now it's a part of your life. So then when you go tomorrow, go towards for the next moment, you go with it. So those are the 5 fundamental basic backgrounds we take to develop our wisdom. But what the Buddha taught, with this all 5, 1 or 2, or out of this 5, 2 or 3, or all 5 cannot take you to wisdom. So that's the very beautiful teachings about the Buddha. So then look into you, and you have to apply it to your own life, your own practice when it comes to even meditation. This is not to judge about another religion or the culture or another tradition or another people. This is about to brush up, sharp and clear, filter our own mind. That's it. Use these teachings only for that. Don't try to use this anything to analyze someone or something from outside. It doesn't work. This is something to analyze ourselves. So those are the very fundamental basic foundation for our wisdom. Our faith, trust, our likeness, our culture and tradition, and our reasoning and thinking abilities, and our learning skills, and our experience. Beyond that, there's nothing belong to wisdom that we carry. So then what the Buddha's argument here is, Buddha saying, even all these 5 or if you hold it to one of these, you can't gain the wisdom. Look how beautiful it is. All the Brahman got shocked because they told, oh, Bhante, our ancestors, we used to do is, we have so much faith to this. And then, oh, when we keep doing this, we like it. And this is our culture. This is our tradition, our ancestors. Many, many thousand years, they used to keep doing this. And then by thinking and reasoning, they bring up many other examples. Oh, look this, when we do this way, oh, it happened this way. When you do this way, it happened this. And from our childhood, we learn and experience and we know a lot of things. But now you are telling this anything itself or all these five can't take us to wisdom. So then what take us to wisdom? Where we can gain the truth? How we can gain the truth? So this is very important teachings here Buddha giving. Remember this. So what the Buddha said then? Not to reject this anything. Because so whatever so far in this world you can't reject. So you have to remember there is a reason for that. So let it be. I give a very simple example. Because we are so into science and technology. And this Elon Musk, and when he built up his car, one of the things he did, take out a lot of unnecessary parts from the car and make it more simple. And the doctors also now come with ideas. You may heard, there are some doctors saying, there are some part in your body you no need. They say like that. They say, it's okay to take it out. But remember that what the Buddha said, you can't reject anything, whatever in the world. So even though Elon Musk make the car, making that, most of the parts taking out, the doctors can't do that. There is no ethical, intellectual, spiritual, authentic foundation to tell this part of your body is useless. It's not like that. There is some reason. Maybe we are not wise or we have not enough knowledge to see what that part of body take care of us and how it contribute to us. Because of that, maybe we say, oh, it's useless. It cannot be. So like that, use the same principle to the world. So whatever in the world, don't have an idea to reject it. There is a reason for that, to be there like that. Maybe we have no abilities or the wisdom to see it. That doesn't mean it is useless. So like that, all these five qualities in the world, we use to gain our wisdom, hold it to wisdom, be with the wisdom. So, but what the Buddha said here, using this one or five, you can't gain the wisdom. But still what the Buddha says, you can't reject also. So how beautiful argument come with, because all the wise, very educated Brahman were around the Buddha. And then what the Buddha said, they asked, then Bhante, how we gain the wisdom, how we find the truth? This is what Buddha taught. Have the faith, whatever that knowledge that you carry. But remember, it's only help you to 50%. Have the faith regarding whatever you know, but you have to know that is not only truth. Maybe there are some other things. So then you are not rejecting it, what you know, but still you give some space for you. So you know it, you have the faith towards whatever, the wisdom, the knowledge you carry, but still you have to remember, you know it as the truth, but you have to remember that is not only the truth. See, that is where you open. Still you have your faith, but still that is where you open to the wisdom. That's where you start to give chance to others. But still you have the position, because whatever the faith that you have regarding the knowledge or the practice or anything, it's going to be there. But now you open to new things. Otherwise, sometimes when we have the faith towards something, whatever the things, even the food or even the vegetables, some people think, it's kind of like you have to eat only the potatoes. You have to eat only the broccoli. People sometimes argue like that. Maybe it's worth for somebody, but maybe for another person, maybe need burrito. So it's different. So you have to understand, keep the faith that whatever the God or the meditation or the prayers or the teachings or the books or anything that you know, but remember, give 50% of space in your mind for that. Always remember that is truth, but that is not the only truth. And then your likeness, you like for things. Look at the world. People fight each other, kill each other because they like it. Why? Because they think whatever they like, they think that is the only thing in the world. It's not like that. You like it, maybe there are reasons for that, but that is not the only thing going to be good in the world. But whatever we like, we think that is the only good. So like, as example, politicians, political party. Look at sometimes the religion, people kill each other. The neighbors, even the brothers, sisters become enemies because of the political parties. Why? Because I like it and you don't like it, and then you become my enemy. No, you like it, but don't think that is the only right thing in the world. Maybe there is something else. So keep that openness. So still you have, that doesn't mean you have to throw it away. No, you keep that whatever you like, but still only 50%. You keep open your heart to other things. And the culture and traditions. And the culture and traditions kill people, make enemies. But when it comes to culture and tradition, it should. The very purpose of the culture and tradition, it preserves the goodness. It preserves the wisdom. That is the very responsibility of the culture or the tradition. But most of time, we see in the world, the culture or the tradition sometimes make people blind rather than making people wiser. Culture and tradition should bring people together. But as you know, most of time around the world today, culture and tradition divide people. See where we heading. And sometimes people think, oh, this is our culture, this is our tradition, that is the only truth. Everybody should follow that. It's not like that. Your culture, you practice it, you appreciate it. Maybe there are a lot of good things, but don't think that is the only good. See how beautiful Buddha's the conversation here. The Brahman was kind of like a, they were amazing, and they kind of like they became so happy to hear this, because this is the first time they heard that. How beautiful Bhante. Oh, Bhante, wow. It's kind of like a gem. It's kind of like for the darkness, it's kind of like the full moon arise. Another thing is, by thinking and reasoning. So the same principle. For the moment, maybe by thinking and reasoning, you can think, oh, it makes sense. Oh, it look good. It look right. But remember, only 50%. There are maybe other things. So then it make you mindful. It make you kind of like a void from your own point of view. That is the power of mind. If you can develop, because that is where your emotions can't tackle you. Your consciousness become free from current of your emotions, because you only 50% give to whatever you know, and other 50% you open. That openness bring the new information. That is where your growth going to happen. That is where the development happen. Just imagine, it's like a seed. It's like a little plant. When you put the seed or the plant, if you close it 100%, it's going to die. Any seed or any plant, when you put it anywhere, if you close it with anything, 100%, no any space to go air, it will die. Why? Because there's no place to grow, no space to breathe. So then, this is what happened then. What you believe, whatever you follow, whatever you like, whatever you practice, your culture, tradition, sometimes close you 100%. It not allow you to breathe. And your wisdom die inside that, and you die with the dark ignorance. That's what happened to most of people. Even though we have so much kind of like a very famous universities, the education systems, and Dharma talks or anything, most of people look, they die with the anger, hatred, jealousy. Why? Because they die with the darkness, no openness. They are so close. So don't be close yourself. Keep some space. Welcome new things. Accept other things. So then whatever it makes sense, of course it makes sense, but that is not only the truth going to be in the world. Maybe there are some other things. So withdraw your point of view rather than being close with it. And the fifth one, of course we learn. Of course we went through many experiments. Of course, we learn a lot of things. We know a lot of things. Maybe 100 times you have done it. But that doesn't mean that is the only truth going to be in the world. Of course, you have to accept it because you learn it. You have well-educated background, professional background about it. But still, it's truth for you, but that is not the only truth. And you withdraw your point of view from your own knowledge. So that way, your mind open, you give space for something. That openness make you mindful. And that is where you enter to new wisdom. So then remember these 5 things: the faith, likeness, culture and tradition, by thinking or reasoning, and by practicing, learning, and experiencing that you go through, whatever this anything. For the moment, it can be truth for you, but it is only for 50%. That is not the only truth. One or all these 5 maybe can come to in front of you, or maybe nourish your point of view, but always you have to remember that is look like truth. That's kind of like the only truth. But what the Buddha here mentioned, if you want to find the wisdom or the truth, be with it, know it, but still you have to remember this is 50%. This is I know, but that is not the only truth in the world. Just be open and give chance to others and accept, and don't allow this 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or all these 5 to close your understanding, because if it is closed like that, your wisdom going to die inside you. So our purpose is allowing it to come through you, come out of you, and allowing it to experience the world. So with that, let's get into practice for a moment now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say so patveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So whatever experience, always remember that is not only the truth in front of you. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhamma anudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjisami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vaham hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.